Howdy everyone, it is April 6th, 2019, almost noon, and welcome to another Zestiria stream. I actually wasn't going to stream today, it's Sunday, it's Saturday. I actually work tomorrow in the morning, and I like to save these days to be completely, I don't know, free I guess? I don't know, I don't like the idea of streaming on my last day off, if that makes any sense. But I don't really want to play any other game that I have, so I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's just stream. Let's just have fun. I was just wondering, oh yeah, right. Actually, does he have it on? He shouldn't. No, okay. Anyway, howdy. So, last stream, what happened? A lot of shit happened. We have Rose now. What else did we do? It's been so long. It hasn't really, but I feel like we did a lot. Like, I'm losing track. We went to Lastenbell. We met up with Sergey, another supporting cast of the game. He told us that the Pope is missing, and what's her name? Uh-oh.
You like armadillos? But this one's so big.
You mean like hellion-sized?
Oh, come on. I can't even attack it. The rolling is too much. Alright, they're linked. That's why it's doing so much damage.
All together now. 1, 2.
So we're going now? Wait, what's our cue?
They tried. Believe you me, trying to organize a bunch of people to do one thing is impossible. It's impossible.
It'll retreat and emit sonic waves.
3 strikes and you're out. Whoops, wrong bat.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. Why is Lila part of our crew again? What are you weak against? That doesn't matter.
Do not underestimate me.
We finally get a new weapon for Edna. Yep.
What's this?
Did not see those chests somehow. Anyway, on we go. Where, where's the button? Here it is. There we go. Alright. Yeah, this isn't actually where we're supposed to go. I just wanted to check it out, see what's up.
Counting on you, Lila.
Jeez, these things are very sturdy. Oh wait, no, it's just once again the power boost.
I was clearly the star of that battle.
It's easiest to notice the dimmer stars when they shine, they say.
I'm always forgetting. Yeah, I mean, there are armadillos, so I guess it makes sense. But it's not just that, it's also the stat power that they have.
Wait, that's...
By which I mean it was introduced to us in the plant fight. Some enemies are linked, and when they're linked, they provide more power to each other. So it's like you gotta break those links. I'm just not good at that.
Ready, McLeod?
No, he's not. Forgot he wasn't fully healed. What are they weak against anyway? Fire. Do I have a fire move on Rose? I do not. Does she have one here? Oh, she does. Okay.
Sorry. It's my policy to avoid doing business with Hellions.
They are indeed sturdy boys, those gosh dang armadillos. I think that's where I came from, right? Yeah. I think it's good training, by the way, to actually come in here anyway, because I don't think the next area is super hard. We're going to Pendrago, but I'd rather anyway, because I have a hard time with bosses, so anytime I could take some training, I'll take it.
Everyone okay?
Hey, chill out. You sure was it going again? I guess it doesn't matter. All leads to the same place.
My instincts tell me that there's treasures nearby.
A garish pink shirt. That's the item we want to definitely equip.
Sorey, look around you.
Roxas's fight theme. That's a good theme. I actually think the fight music changed at some point. I just don't remember when. Did I go in the right circle? I did. Oh, it's because the other path is blocked off by rock, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so I can't go that way anyway. Alright, then I guess we're just gonna leave then. No big deal. I confused myself. I think probably the saddest music in Kingdom Hearts, though, has to be Shion's theme. Gosh dang, it is a train wreck of emotions. Let's see.
Ready, everyone?
Why are you always getting your butt kicked, McLeo? I count on you for one thing, and that's not to get your butt kicked.
You act on instinct way too much.
Oh? Did your instincts tell you that?
Poor Shion. Yeah, I mean, that pretty much sums it up. I really hate those roly-poly things. Their defenses are, stupid. That spot's blocked by a rock. I think this one's open though. No, that one's blocked too. The other one's open though.
Done.
So what do those items do anyway? I always forget to check. Snacks. Heal everyone for 10 HP. Restores everyone's initial SC by 5. Chocolate gelato.
Is that a treasure chest?
I don't know, is it? I didn't get time to look at it before we were sucked into a fight. I hope the volume's better this time around.
I can smell herbs nearby.
Good to know that it is better. I like having better volume.
There might be something nearby.
What do you mean it a bit better? It should be super much better. I don't like your tone.
You were just waiting for me to pick you up, weren't you?
Ready, everyone?
Well, sorry. It's no big deal.
Sorry. It's my policy to avoid doing business with Hellions.
If the volume's better, that's good enough. I honestly don't know what it is that makes it low. I mean, maybe I'm misjudging the dB on the game. I don't know. Because for me, it sounds really loud right now. But then again, that's because I'm listening to the TV right in front of me. And I actually have it at a volume that I can hear at this time. Because last time I streamed, I couldn't hear anything. And I like being able to hear the game. That's why streamers use headphones. Like actual professional, much better streamers. I mean, if I could do that, then I think it'd be cool. The issue is that the PS4's headphones, when you put headphones into the PS4, that into the controller, that mutes the TV, and then the stream will just be silent. Like no matter what I do. I'm trying my best, but I don't know. There's so many different like volume controls. I don't know which one is like the one that I should be paying attention to. It sounds good now. I can worry about it later. I'll improve. It'll get better, I hope. It's weird because I don't think it was an issue like 3 streams ago, 2 or 3 streams. I don't know. I do mess with it a lot because like the only like feedback I have, if it's not someone telling me it's too low or it's too high, is the bars on OBS right now or the bars on Elgato, same thing. And right now on my mic bar, when I'm talking, there's a little black thing that kind of bounces up and down in OBS, and it's right now bouncing around at like the 30 dB mark or the minus 30 dB mark, and then the green bar, the actual bar itself, is going all the way up into the yellow at like minus 15 when I talk loudest. As for the game, right now, the two black bars, which I don't know what those are, they're like it's a green gauge, and then there's a little black bar hopping inside the green gauge. Those are hopping around negative 45? Is that 45? No, it's negative something. And then the green bars themselves hit up to negative 40. And I don't know, like, if that's good. What is that? Oh. I was looking at it from behind. I couldn't tell what it was.
Peacocks threaten their foes. They recover health.
Jeez, what a pain.
You gotta give them physical ailments. Figure out why.
Yeah, as long as you can hear it, it's good. I would like it to be louder, so you don't need to raise the volume like to 100 to as long as you don't have to like put the thing at max. I think I'm doing better. It's just hard to judge once again, mainly because the game is the game. You know, it's like, oh, it sounds good now, but then I get into battle and you can't hear me. But then I get out to battle and you can't hear the game. Then I get into, you know, that kind of thing. I mean, I guess it's not perfect, and that's okay. More important than that, I don't need my phone anymore. I used to have to look at chat on my phone, but now, because the way OBS is set up, when you link to Twitch, it automatically opens Twitch windows. I originally closed those because I was worried if it was using the too much CPU power and the stream would start lagging, but that never became an issue. So, yay. It's like when I look down at my laptop, I see in the middle OBS, and I see the capture footage, what's going on right now. On the left, I see the stream summary, how many viewers, how long I've been going, my views, my followers, and on the right, I see the chat. So I see all the messages right now. It's much more convenient than having to look over to my side and away from the mic in order to talk. Alright, so that's the Patinal Forest. I can't go down to this one, the bottom left one, as you can see. Like, you see that green dot? That's a person. So they're blocking the way. What's that all the way on the bottom, though? See, look at this. Look at this area. It's massive. You can go wherever you want.
Is this acceptable?
Okay, Pendrago's over there. Byroclef Ridge and Perlot's Path. Is that Byroclef Ridge down here? Or is it on the... No. I guess that's... That name sounds familiar. Byroclef Ridge. Oh, okay, Pete. You need to listen to this. So this game has... It's got an ending, and then it has like 2 epilogues, right? They're really short little things that happen after the ending. No big deal. They both kind of suck. But I was talking to my sister about it. I'm like, is there like a better ending that you can unlock somehow? One that doesn't leave me feeling like it's just terrible. And she's like, there is an alternate ending. It's not good. So can you believe this game? This game does not have a good ending. Like, at least what I would define as a good ending. But it does have an alternate bad ending. Oh my goodness.
Here. It's fresh from the oven.
Hey, Madeline's! Thanks, Dezel.
No need to thank me. Eat up.
Okay. Hey, Dezel, these taste really similar to the ones I make. Why is that?
Who knows? It's a coincidence.
Do coincidences like that even exist?
You seem to be bothered about something. What's wrong, Rose?
It's not a big deal, but how Dezel makes Madeline's is really similar to how I make Madeline's. I wonder why.
It must be a coincidence.
Is it really? Isn't it strange how even our secret ingredient, orange juice, matches?
It's common knowledge among skilled Madeline makers to use orange juice as the secret ingredient.
What?
It's not only limited to Madeleines. Each kind of sweets has its own ideal ratio of secret ingredients to put in. If you want to master the art of cooking, it's very important to assess the ideal secret ingredient.
Okay.
Never thought Dezel would have been so knowledgeable about sweets.
I think he was just making that up. I think it's like more because he's controlled her body in the past. Oh. That's not good. I think it's because he controlled her body in the past that he makes things like she does. Because he has like that knowledge. If that makes sense. Jade Luminescence. So yeah, by the way, I'm playing as Rose. I don't think you saw me do that much before you left the stream yesterday, but I'm gonna try to play as her as much as I can this stream. Once again, I'm not a spellcaster. So I'd rather take the only other physical character in the game to use. Hey, that was Miklio's second Mystic Art. That was cool. Hey, we pulled that off. I was convinced we were gonna die. But now we did it. We did very well, actually. I mean, she's kind of like Fiora with double knives. Love interest confirmed? I don't know. I'm not gonna comment on that. So anyway, assuming that Byroclef Ridge is exactly what I think it is, here's the deal. Right? Because we met Demise, Knockoff Gandorf, Heldalf, the Lord of Calamity last time around, so let's take a look over here. So, you see that over there? That's Heldalf. He's standing right over there. So, sometimes in the game, in order to block off areas, because I'm not supposed to be here yet, they put Heldalf in the area, and so his domain is now affecting the area, which is making Sorey weaker. And we're having a hard time walking because we don't have the strength to overcome Heldalf's domain. Not yet, anyway. And yes, you can fight the final boss now. That's how you get the alternate ending. If you fight Heldalf at any time before the end of the game, you can defeat him, and then the game ends, but it turns out that Heldalf isn't the sole cause of the current Age of Chaos. The reason that malevolence is all over the world is not exclusively because of him. So when you kill him, and then the world is saved, my sister told me that the alternate ending is all the characters in a city somewhere. I don't know which city. And, like, it's raining, and it's really depressive. I think Rose is the one who comments saying that I guess this is just how the world is now. And that's because the Age of Chaos did not end. The malevolence is still everywhere. Things are still shitty. And it's not good. So, yeah. So you can kill Helldorf right now if you have the strength to. He still has his final boss stats, I'm pretty sure. But you won't get a good ending out of it. Because it's not all him. A great majority of the malevolence in the world is him, but not all of it. And you'll come to find that out as the game goes on. You'll find out another reason as to why the place is kind of fucked up. And then once you solve that issue, that's when the game actually ends. Because killing Helldorf is not enough to end the Age of Chaos. So yeah. It's pretty cool. It's not the only game that does something like that. There's also one of my favorite games of all time, Chrono Cross. Yeah, and that is the secret ending. That is the secret ending, killing Helldorf early. Characters depressed, world in chaos, end credits. Well, I mean, I don't actually know if the credits roll. Yeah, it would be tough to kill him now. I think the only way you can do that is by using the grade shop and activating the EXP skills. Like right now I have times 2 EXP. I think the other bonus was what? Times 80 XP, I think? And if you buy 2 and 8 at the same time, that gives you times 16 EXP. So, if you use both of those, you can probably level yourself up really fucking fast. That's not the only time Helldorf appears, though. There's a bridge later on in the world that is also covered in his domain, and he'll be over there as well. So there's a few chances that you have to fight him. If you want to. I'll probably do that, like, whenever I play this game again, because I'm curious to at least see it myself, even though it's not a good ending. Anyway, maybe he'll give me a trophy. I don't know. That'd be a reward enough for seeing a crappy ending, getting a trophy for it. Okay, here we are. It's raining and depressive. Because of, malevolence. Yay. And here's this area. So, I forget what that on the bottom left is. I know that this one leads to the bridge. And then those two are like dungeons, I think. Well, one is a ruin, an alternate ruin you can explore at any point.
You sure seem persistent.
It's an orc farmer. This Hellion used to be.
I can guess, and I'd rather not know anyways. Thanks.
Alright, what do you think of? I don't know if you saw Rose's Mystic Art last stream, but I like it. It's very quick, very flashy.
I showed them.
Yeah, you're right. Like, it should reward me. That was what my sister told me. And maybe she's a little biased because she also doesn't like the game as much as I do. But even then, like, the way that she described it to me is, like, kind of depressing. Like, I mean, I get it because it's true. Like, Helldorf isn't the be-all, end-all. He should be, but there's another issue that the game will get into pretty late. Also, I feel like there's not enough world in the game. If the world feels really small.
I sense treasure nearby.
Because, okay, here we are. This is now this area. So, we had the area around Lady Lake. We had the area around Marlin. We have this area here. The Meadow of Triumph, and now here, Perlot's Pasture. There's a bridge over here, which the bridge is one whole solid area, which takes us to a desert area. And then the desert area takes you to a swamp area. And that's it. The world really feels tiny in this game somehow, even with like big expansive fields like this. There are some other cliffside areas that we will have to go to later, like Briarcliff Ridge and all that stuff, because there's a town over there we need to help. But even then, so here it is. That is a ruin I can enter at any point. Gefarius Ruins. So this is a dungeon, and if you want to do it,
Seems there's a
you can
treasure
do
chest
it.
near us.
You don't need to wait. It's Zanza. Yeah, it's Zanza. It's always Zanza. No matter what game it is, blame Zanza. Alright, one of the other areas around should be, what's it called? The Cambria Caverns, which is where a side quest is taking me. There was a Seraph in Lastenbell, the other city we were at, but they ran away to Cambria Caverns for some reason. So now we're gonna go to Cambria Caverns and see if we can convince them to go back to Lastenbell and give the place its blessing.
This aroma.
It's a side quest. I don't actually have to do it for the story. Oops, I didn't want to open that again. It's always Zanza. I actually don't think I've seen like the usage percentage for Sorey's moves or like the use count, because I'm kind of curious. So these are it's 873, 413, 343, 533, 321, 699. Alright, it's not too much. Bolt Tempest I've used 126 times and Divine Wrath 8. Alright, how about 3,384 and 3,330. It makes sense because you have to use these attacks no matter what. I mean, you can avoid them, but still, they probably use the most. Man, jeez. Here's Rose. Not nearly as much because I used Sorey more than that.
Improving more.
Yep, thanks to all of you.
Thanks to us, indeed.
Well, every little bit helps.
Oh. Well, here we are again. This seems familiar. You sure you want to keep going? That basically is her saying don't keep going. I don't know where Heldolf is on the bridge. He's probably further down. But let's just not be here. Oh yeah, and Caitlin Glass was also the voice of I just remembered. The Valkyrie, what's her name? Hilda? No. You know, from Fire Emblem Echoes. Shadows of Valentia. Forgot her name, damn it.
What's this?
Well, it's a gold chest you can't open, so stay away from it. I said that's the bridge. I thought that was not the bridge. So then what's down here? I can't go down there because once again there's a person blocking the way, but I can at least go down over here too. Rose is indeed hyper cute. This I've been saying, man. It's the best part about... Yeah, Mathilda, that was it, Mathilda. Yeah, not Claire, Mathilda.
After me, Sorey. Let's get them before they fly away.
That goose flew the chicken coop.
That doesn't quite make sense.
It's not often you see a seraph using a staff like a club.
I mastered it while practicing with Sorey.
It's got the reach you'd need to win, since he's taller.
That's not the reason why.
But the height.
That's not it.
Something tells me that is it. But I think it's funny because I would use a lot of words to describe like Elma, and cute is not one of them. Not that she isn't. I guess she can't be, but you know, Elma's not necessarily the character I would say is cute. Rose, though, super cute.
Let's do this.
So it's a lot of fun to see the same voice actors do a bunch of different roles and then compare the roles and just be like, holy crap, you are actually all these characters. And they're so different.
Not bad, but still well below average.
Like, one of my favorites is Kirk Thornton. So he was the original voice actor for Gabumon. I don't know if you're familiar with Digimon too much, but you know Gabumon. He's one of the first original Digimon along with Agumon. He's the blue wolf one. Gabumon, Garurumon, Weregurumon, Metal Garurumon. He was, again? They really do not want me going to any of these. I mean, this is actually how they prevent you from, instead of invisible walls, even though they do have invisible walls as well, they're like, hey, Heldalf's here. Don't. But look, there's a store over there. I need a shop. That's a leech over there, too. Hey, dude, can I buy stuff here? I don't know what the hell this guy's doing here. I think it's interesting that, I don't know, I just used up a lot of money there. Let's just go home. Where are we anyway? Oh, West Runboat Gorge, okay. I thought I could reach the Cambria Caverns. I guess I can't. Unless that's it down there, but I don't think it is. Oh, I forgot where the caverns were. Rose, where are they? Oops. I know it's here somewhere. It's either in this pasture or in the Meadow of Triumph that we passed through before. Oh well, I guess we could always do that later. Let's go to Pendrago and continue the story. Oh yeah, MLP Season 9. I think it started.
Wait, that's...
Like the first episode just aired. So I'm excited and I can't wait to watch that. It's the final season. The final season of MLP. Meanwhile, Walking Dead, Season 10.
After me, Sorey.
Incredible knife handling. Do you have anything?
I'm not hiding anything, I swear!
Yeah, pig farmers. It was a farmer who turned into a Hellion. And now the Hellion is well employed. I think it's pretty funny. And if I really want to do the game even faster and stop having such a hard time with bosses, I could drop the difficulty down to normal. But it's like, I feel like if I do that, I'm just admitting defeat.
Ready, Micleo? I can get changed without making a sound.
Scumbag. I love Brutality Drive. I think it's really cool too. See, I don't know if you caught this, because once again, I don't remember if you were here. But, oh, is that a thing too? I'm going to go over there and check that out first. But, so Deslo only has one Mystic Art, Brutality Drive. Not surprised. Rose only has one Mystic Art, Jade Luminescence. Very surprised. I don't know why she doesn't have another one. My only guess is that a lot like other characters in other Tales games, maybe you have to unlock her second one, because it doesn't make any sense for her to only have one. Yeah, that's true. I mean, then again, one of the biggest draws, in my opinion, to having multiple Mystic Arts is, once again, the different art cut-ins. But because in this game they just use the one piece of art for everybody's Mystic Arts, I guess there's really no point. Like, I kind of want to see what a second one for her would be, but I don't know if it'll happen. I mean, I guess Sorey having another one kind of makes sense, but anyway, actually, there's a topic I wanted to hit up on last time. Here's another one of these Crucibles of Darkness. This is the Micleo one. So the Sorey one we found first in the Meadow of Triumph, and this is the Micleo one here in the Perlet's Pasture. Oh, wait, so Maven, you remember Maven, the old dude with the explorer? So he's one of the few supporting characters in the game. So I guess we could count the supporting characters as being Alicia, Maven, and Sergei. And on how well implemented into the story they are, none of them really get like an A+ on that. Alicia is probably the best because she was playable for like the first, I don't know, 5 hours of the game or whatever, and that's okay. Sergei is probably the worst in terms of implementation once again. And then Maven, I think, would be somewhere in the middle. I could be wrong. But yeah. Those are the only supporting characters in the game, really. At least the ones that matter. Like the general dude that we fought in Glaven, he's pretty unimportant. I don't know who the fuck he is. The politicians back in the Aquapolis, all irrelevant after that first meeting with them, where they try to get Sorey to do whatever they want, try to get him to work for them. All irrelevant. The apparent Emperor of Rolance right now, who the Cardinal has the ears of, irrelevant. You never see him. The King or Ruler of the Aquapolis of Highland, you never see him. Cardinal Fortin is important for the entirety we're in Pendrago, and then she's irrelevant. The Pope, the leading religious figure in Rolance, he's important for one part of the game, and he does help us get access to the best part of the game, but then after that he's done, and he's unimportant as well. So the supporting cast, completely unimportant. It's like, well, they're doing something. I'm like, yeah, you know who else did something? Like, I mean, you remember Callian? Dixon? Otharon, Juju, they did so much more. And they were also supporting characters. Okay, here we go. I think something's gonna happen. I guess not. Huh. I guess we must come back to Pendrago later.
Whoa. This place is huge.
Yes, Pendrago is the largest city on the Glenwood continent.
Where can we find an inn?
I recommend the one directly in front of the plaza.
You sure know your way around.
Well, you know, I used to come here a lot.
Oh boy. I don't like this place. It's a Hellion.
He's one of the Cardinal's subordinates. I tried to apprehend him, but you saw what he was like.
His movements were incredible.
You could tell, right? It was a Hellion.
The Cardinal's underling is a Hellion? Then...
Forgive me, sir. He's escaped into the Shrine Church.
It looks like it's true.
I believe he was likely a messenger of...
I'm cold. You can blather on inside.
Tell us the details after we find shelter from the rain, if you please. Our friends are feeling a bit chilly, and even a seraph can catch a cold.
Friends?
Not that you could tell, since you can't see them.
Forgive me. I should have been mindful of the Seraphim's presence. Let us head for the Knight's Tower. Your wife sure is considerate.
Yep.
he still thinks they're married. Sorey, look around you.
This place is a little depressing. I think actually there's some stuff that happens here that I don't like, but it's not so much that I don't like it. It's also like I don't get it as well, if that makes sense. Blah blah blah. Something about mithril, blah blah blah. This. Buy stuff. Chilled tofu. Might not satisfy a hungry man. Hey, the Mabo curry buns here. I like stew.
That's a whole bunch of Norman we found.
Yes, an abnormal amount.
But I gotta say, their abilities really are helpful. Why does everyone leave them alone?
Yeah, you'd think there would be droves of Seraphim asking for their help.
Long ago, there was in fact an enormous demand for them. They were booked up for months at a time.
So why are they just wandering around now?
One day their leader, well, their leader-ish person, rose up against the extreme work conditions, demanding autonomy for Norman Seraphim, plus a significant raise in wages. He called on the other Norman to join the fight for independence.
A Norman revolt?
Were there many casualties?
None. The only one pushing for independence was the leader-ish fellow. The others were simply like,
We don't mind helping, but it'd be real sweet if we could get maybe a 300-year break between crunch time.
And that was more or less that.
So easy going. But that's Norman for you.
And what happened to the leader?
Well, that's a whole nother...
After a protracted battle with another Seraph, he lost and was never seen again. Or so the story goes.
Huh. So Norman have their own history too.
Lila, I get. But you sure know a lot about Norman, Edna. You really must like them a whole...
I just hear rumors, that's all.
300-year break. Oh my gosh, yeah, the Norman. So those conversations are supposed to be triggered when you find certain amounts of Norman. Because this is a new game and I carried over my Norman, I already have 40 of them. And so the characters are like, oh my gosh, we found so many, even though I have honestly not found a single one since we started this playthrough. I don't know where they are. You're a softie after all, aren't you, Rose? Achoo. I can always just ask, you know. That's probably what I'll do. I'm probably going to look up a guide and find out where the last of the Norman I'm missing are. And track them down. It's not many. I'll do that when I finish the game, though.
Are there any herbs around here?
You better believe it. So how you doing today, Pete?
Is that a treasure
You don't have
chest?
any classes today, right? Because it's Saturday. How are things going? Nothing else? Damn it. Give me more things. I'm greedy. Ooh. You can draw things and I can be your white noise. White noise is always nice to have. Like, I'm not particularly good white noise, but I know the characters and all that are. They chat and it's funny. It's a good thing to listen to, laugh at. The music's good to listen to also. Assuming you can hear it, you know.
There must be herbs around here.
Yes, indeed. Oh yeah, I recognize this place. Something big happens here. Something very confusing that kind of annoys me. This is the Shrine Church. I wasn't gonna go charging in, I'm just looking around. I have no interest in going in there right now. So I'm remembering some of the things that happens in this city. It's not making me exactly excited. Oh yeah, I remember this place too. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I know what happens here also. Oh my gosh. The memories are coming back. All the terrible things that happened in the last act of the game.
Nearby.
I'm blaming you, Pete. Just kidding. But seriously, I'm looking around and it's like, oh my gosh, something stupid happens here. Oh my gosh, something stupid happens here. Oh my gosh, something stupid happens here. Not looking forward to any of it. Huh? Because they're dumb things.
I sense treasure nearby.
Like some of the story's weakest points, / most confusing points, / why did you do that points happen in this city. It's a lot that. There's some stuff that happens here that I'm like, why did that have to happen? There's other stuff that happens here that I'm like, that was dumb.
This should be a better place to talk.
Did everything go okay? Can we get in the church?
I secured the permissions, but after that last incident, I'm afraid we're likely under high scrutiny.
So what else is new? They weren't big fans of us in the first place.
Yeah, good point. We've got nothing to hide. Let's do it.
Look at that. Ever since Rose joined up with us, I feel like Sorey has become so much more proactive.
Too bad it means that much more trouble for us.
Thank you.
It was my decision to begin with. And besides, I've really wanted to see the shrine inside the church.
There's something about you that reminds me of the Pope. He too would never hesitate to spare expenses for the sake of his people.
Oh boy, another masochist.
I see.
I've prepared lodgings for you. I pray that the Seraphim will also be able to rest well tonight.
But Captain, it's been 3 days since last we heard from Boris after his infiltration. I believe we should hurry.
Who's Boris?
The rain may be affecting our food supplies, but I shall prepare our famous Drago stew for you.
Aren't you the least bit concerned? He's your only brother.
I do not wish to burden you with my troubles any more than I already have. Please rest for now.
It's a kind offer. Let's take it.
We will. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergey. I don't know if you saw Rose's alternate outfits.
Sergey sure seems like a good guy.
He is. Though I fear he may be a bit too genuine and sincere to command the knights.
I agree. I hope he has what it takes.
We've got plenty of worries of our own. Let's not get hung up on other people's issues.
Sword slash. Sword slash. Ooh, is there another Turtles here with a map for me? Yep, there is. There he is. Pete, now you're asking the appropriate questions. He betrayed us Turtles. It can't be forgiven. We better be waiting with his head up from his shells. Oh yeah, I made new maps. He's the lowlife who backstabbed the whole Turtles clan. We's never gonna forgive him. Oh my gosh, it's very entertaining. I'm not even kidding, Pete. You're asking the most important question of all. And that's why the villains of this game suck, because they're not important. So the last time we saw Lunaire, which was his name, was when we first went to the Aquapolis. I don't know if you were here for that. He attacked us, we beat him. The assassins, Rose, showed up and they took him away, and that was it. He has not appeared since. And he's not going to for a while more. Not even kidding. I believe, unless I'm forgetting something, we will see Lunaire 2 more times this entire game, and that's it. I guess we rest at the end now. I mean, I already did, but if you want, yeah, okay, cool.
Phew, now that was a meal.
Hey, learn some manners.
You sure can eat.
So can these two.
It was surprisingly good. I couldn't help myself.
Drago stew, 85 points.
My policy is eat while you can. It's been ingrained in me since I was a kid. That's the law of a soldier.
A soldier, huh?
Soldier? Aren't you and your buddies in an assassin's guild?
Well, you know, it wasn't always like this. We used to be just a band of mercenaries. Not to brag, but they called us the best on the continent.
Is that right?
That's it for me. We've got a job to do tomorrow.
Is Rose's band of mercenaries the one you mentioned before?
The Wind Riders, I believe.
I think I've heard of them. The tale said just 100 of them could scatter a force of 20,000 men and capture 3 castles in one night.
Yeah, they were a legendary band of mercenaries. It's no wonder Rolance itself was their primary employer.
They sound crazy strong.
Strong and loyal. To the point that even the Emperor of Rolance trusted them like his right-hand man. Isn't that right?
It's true. Was true. But then, the Imperial family of Rolance ended up stabbing them in the back, along with the very one I'm seeking vengeance against.
The Imperial family joined forces with Hellions?
Is it that surprising?
I guess not. People and Hellions aren't separate entities after all.
Very true. You can even consider them 2 sides of the same coin.
In fact, if the Cardinal's power is somehow linked to a Hellion, things start to make sense.
It looks like Rose snuck out through the back. Can't take my eyes off her for a second.
Hey, Dazzle!
I wonder if someone ordered an assassination.
Who? And was she asked to do it by herself?
Either way, this is bad.
So like, one thing I like about Tales games, it's not a big deal, but it's something I just like, is that they keep the teams are always half and half, male and female. So for this game we have Sorey, Dezel, Mikleo, and Zavid as the men, and then we have Edna, Lila, Rose, and Alicia as the women. You know, and it's like that in all the games. Like Tales of the Abyss is Luke, Guy, Jade, and Luke, Guy, and Jade as the guys, and Anna's, Tyr, and Natalia as the girls. Symphonia was Lloyd, Kratos, Regal, and Genus as the guys. Rain, Sheena, Colette, and Presea as the girls. And Vesperia was actually Vesperia it has an odd number, but it was see, I can't remember. Yuri, Carol, Raven, Judith, Estelle, and Rita. And then the port added in Flynn for the men and Patty for the women. And that was it, right? Repeat, the dog. He doesn't really count. But if you can't repeat, then it's uneven in Vesperia, 5 and 4. If you don't count repeat, it's 4 and 4. And you know. Oh, hey, what's up, Demon Sight? Got the game yesterday? Cool. Yeah. And this is my second time playing the game. So, yay, fun times. But I like the split party genders in the games. I just enjoy that.
What's wrong? Why are you
Why
all
are
here?
you not with us? You split up.
That's what we want to know. Where were you going?
Oh, just taking a walk. Thought maybe I ate too much.
You don't have to follow every whim that pops into your head, damn it.
We thought you might have ditched us to go assassinate someone.
Not yet, silly. That comes later. It's from someone who lost their son in the war that just broke out. Kill the one who started the battle. The invasion was proposed to the Emperor about a year ago, in documents bearing the name of Pope Messedra.
Huh? You're gonna kill the Pope?
Hold on. How do you know someone didn't just use his name? I thought he went missing after all.
Maybe. But then again, maybe not. It's awfully close to the time he went missing. We'll have to investigate further.
And what if we find out that he's bad?
If it's evil, the scattered bones slay it.
Even if it's the Pope?
The Pope, the Emperor, even the Shepherd.
Oh,
Was that inappropriate?
I'm not a fan of that last part, it's true.
It isn't like we walk around all stabby. We make sure what kind of person our target is first.
Yeah, no problem. If you want to avoid spoilers, go ahead.
I think I understand you better, Rose.
Do you now? Well, that's good.
This is a spoiler stream anyway, because I've
starting to
beaten the game and I
understand,
talk
too,
about like the
why
ending
she
almost
bears
every
malevolence,
episode.
that is.
Because she's as nuts as he is?
Rose would certainly never tell a lie, that's for sure.
She was always that way. It's in her blood.
Was the Pope the type of person who would just up and start a war?
That's certainly not the impression of him we got from Sergei.
He's the de facto leader of a powerful country. He's probably got more layers than you'd think.
The Pope possibly started the war. Interesting. But yeah, I like that. So I thought you were gonna kill someone. Nah, not yet anyway. Don't get distracted. Yeah, it is nice that you can always talk to your companion, and they basically like hints of the side quests and additional things that you can do. The thing is that as the game goes on, that list kind of gets longer since you can't really complete those things. It's a little frustrating. Regardless, now that that's done, I think we can go to the Shrine Church now, or do we have to go back to talk to Sergei? I forget what he said. Alright, let's keep going. It's gonna be fun. I think Pendrago's not too bad now. I think the first visit of Pendrago is probably the best. All the other times we have to come back here suck. So let's enjoy it while we have a chance.
Snacks are ready.
I don't remember, what did Sergei said? Do we come back here? No, I guess we just go to the Shrine Church. Alright, let's do it! Dungeon time! It only took us an hour and 11 minutes of stream to get here, but we're here now.
Well, that was easier than we thought.
This looks like an auditorium of sorts for the believers.
Sure looks like a small crowd.
I mean, there's no one in here. Oh, great. A church man. A man church. There he is.
Can you tell me the names of the Seraphim who hold the utmost power, known as
Oh
the
my
Five
gosh,
Lords?
this is very important, actually.
Musif! Oh, and Eumacia! Hyanawa and Amanok!
Correct. Now, can you tell me the name of the last one? The Seraph who's worshipped here at the Shrine Church?
Motelis!
That's right. Motelis is the Seraph who has given the entire Glenwood continent his blessing.
The Seraph worshipped at the Shrine Church is Motelis?
The Five Lords, huh? Big movers and shakers.
It's one way to put it.
I bet Motelis would know something about how to stand against the Lord of Calamity. He's got to.
Is he really all that?
Well, he's the leader of the Five Lords after all.
You must be Sorey. Welcome to the Rolance Church headquarters. I heard you were to visit. Please, come on in.
Okay, so the other four lords I think are very unimportant, but you better get used to hearing Maltelis' name because holy hell is he important.
It's more magnificent than I'd even imagined.
The architecture definitely dates it to the height of the era of Asgard.
Glad to see you're impressed, but don't let your guard down.
And also, everything revolving around Maltelis is so important because of who he is. And this is where Lila stonewalls everything about the plot. So, yay!
This inscription concerns the trial of the shepherd, and the spiritual powers he obtains upon clearing it.
Could the spiritual powers
Be real?
Buzz, 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 buzz. Be real, real bees. Oh, bees everywhere.
just possibly? It's like the lettering's meant to tell us something.
But it's all gibberish. It must be some kind of code.
Well, it does involve sensitive info. Maybe there's a hint to crack the code somewhere.
Hey, what does the big rock thing say?
I'm afraid I'm not really sure. The inscription is written in some sort of cipher, and the key to interpreting it is handed down only from pope to pope.
So, I guess we'll have to get the Pope to read it then, huh?
What's the big rock thing say? Gosh, she's so freaking cute. Oh, no.
Sorey!
Something's wrong. Let's get out of here.
I don't feel so good. What is going on?
Whoa, that was sudden.
It's a Hellions domain, just like when we fought Heldalf.
Going home already, Shepherd?
Huh?
I am Cardinal Fortin of the Church of Rolance.
This domain, is it yours?
Ah, so you can still move. Why don't you lend me your powers? For the sake of the people, of course.
They asked me the same thing in high.
Yeah, you're full of shit, lady.
I hardly think myself the equal of a Philistine like Bartlow.
Sounds like something a Philistine would
Sorry
say.
to say, lady, you don't make it to the end of the game.
Charming, but sticks and stones and so on, young lady.
Ooh, she's good.
I have but one wish. To see my empire overcome this tumultuous era of chaos. A task only possible if the people are united. But Rolance is far too expansive to unify the people through mere patriotism alone. Shepherd, do you know exactly what it is that the state has used for eons to keep an entire country in line?
Is it faith?
Yes, faith. It is the belief in their own salvation that inspires in people the greatest sense of unity when they band together against outsiders who share different values. Meaning that my church itself should serve as the cornerstone for all of Rolance.
Maybe in your mind.
It's an RPG trope. Never trust the religious leader.
It is but the vision of one
Never.
who guide the people. With the name and power of the Shepherd, more people than ever can be brought to salvation.
Then you should cooperate with the Knights. Wouldn't that really be what's best for everyone?
I would welcome their efforts if they would simply bend to my will and do as I command. Even if they are a pack of loutish meatheads who can't figure out that their Pope abandoned them.
Wait a minute, the Pope just ran away? You didn't have him locked up?
I am not a street thug, child. The Pope, Macedra, I should say, left of his own accord. Abandoning his duty to both the Empire and his followers. What, pray tell, would you call such a man?
Pretty irresponsible, if what you're saying is true.
Irresponsible is one word, And still there are so many fools out there who trust in such a coward. The Knights, for example.
He can be irresponsible as
In
much
order
as
to
he
bring
wants,
the
but at
people
least he's not a
together, we
Hellion.
must find Mesedra and give him his due punishment.
Punishment?
Yes, the same punishment that befell those uncivil enough to mistrust me.
Then we have a problem. We need the Pope to tell us the meaning of the inscription.
Why? Cooperate with me and it won't be necessary.
I need to know. No matter what.
Ah, I see. That's very unfortunate. So then you mean to say...
What the...
My body! That you reject my vision!
Sorey! Let's go!
We're leaving.
Thank you, Mikleo. Always a bro.
What?
Bye-bye. We'll be back.
They broke through my domain and connected with the Seraphim, if only just for a moment. Oh, will I relish this.
She creepy. Spectral Cloak. Now we have Mikleo's ability.
We disappeared? What the hell was that?
It's called the Spectral Cloak.
You've been practicing in secret, haven't you? That was sweet.
We'll talk later. We've got to flee to the Knight's Tower.
So yeah, now we have it. We got Lila's ability when we got Lila. We got Dazzle's ability, we got Dazzle. And now we have Mikleo's ability. It's very handy. Oh no, but then it reminds me of the fucking... Oh no. Gosh, I'm not looking forward to Mikleo's journey. His temple. Water temple. Shocking. Oh my gosh, I just remembered the water temple actually does suck in this game.
Got a dash. You go on ahead.
Okay.
Oh, that was a Geel.
The Pope fled of his own volition?
I'm sorry I couldn't get more details. We were sort of running for our lives.
No, that is more than enough. I'm just relieved that you weren't captured.
Thanks for saving us back there.
It's the least I could do.
Seraph Mikleo, my humble admiration for your bravery.
It's nothing, really.
It is nothing. All you did was blind her temporarily.
Rude. More than what you did, Dazzle.
Those powers might help. Let's get the Pope to decipher that inscription.
That'll be tough if we don't know where he is. The Knights have been hunting him for a year now with no success.
Yeah, but they were assuming the whole time that the Cardinal was behind the disappearance. Guess what? I think I know where Popadope might be.
You do?
The village of Gadadin on the southern part of the continent. We won't know for sure until we check it out, of course.
How did you get that information?
Well, let's just call it an industry secret. You know how it is.
Of course. I should have expected no less from the wife of the shepherd. Let us send a search team to Gadadin.
Hold on a minute. The Cardinal already expects that our side will be searching for the Pope.
A highly visible squadron of knights would essentially be a bright pink arrow pointed straight at him.
However,
we can operate covertly in small numbers. Let us handle Gadadin.
Popadope, yeah, that was pretty great.
Far too much to ask.
Chill, Captain, we got this. What is it they say? Pope springs eternal?
No, they don't say that.
Abandon Pope! All ye who, don't go to Gadadin.
Okay, settle
We
down.
get it.
My thanks, gentle shepherd.
Actually, as for what you can do in return, do you suppose we could get a pass to Rolance? I might be mistaken for an ally of the Highland Army otherwise.
I have seen for myself the quality of your character. I shall prepare it immediately.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you. That's a load off my mind.
There is something I would like to impart to you as well. Would you please step outside for a moment?
I like how he's still calling, you sure know how to gather intel. Information is power. It kind of is. Like, he keeps identifying her as the wife of the shepherd because that's the cover story they gave him. I don't know if you remember that part. And, it's not. He still fell for it. That was the only part of the story that he bought. But no one's correcting him. So I guess they're okay with it.
Do you remember the art I used when we fought against
Lion's Howl?
That is the Lion's Howl, an art passed down through our band of knights. I and my younger brother Boris are the only ones alive who know it. But now I pass it to you as well. Wilt thou accept?
Yes.
Oh, here we go again. I have 7 arts. I have 5 equipped, so I'm missing 2. So I guess it's Heavenly Torrent and Shatterfang. So I'm good with that. Aha! Mine was better.
Well, you're a fast learner. I must apologize that this feeble art is all an oaf like me may offer you.
Don't say that. It's incredible. Thank you so much, Captain Sergei.
You and I stand as equals. You may call me Sergei.
Then you may call me Sorey.
Sorey, I am loath to believe the Pope just abandoned his post on us. But I also sense that there may be another side to this unfortunate story.
I understand. We'll find the Pope and come back with the truth.
Godspeed.
This is about as much as Sergei gets to contribute to the plot. We still see him more later, of course, but...
Rose, was it the scattered bones who found the information on the Pope?
Maybe. Seeing where the church's money was going gave us a little hint.
That's what I thought. You guys sure don't operate in the same way that the Knights do.
Of course not. An Assassin's Guild can't function without proper intel.
Assassins. Right.
Here is your pass, Sorey.
Thank you. Our travel should be much easier now.
I wish it were so. But we've received word that Byroclef Ridge, which leads to Gedaten, has been blocked by rock slides.
We could have been on the ridge right now.
If only we'd been a little bolder.
Oh, come on.
Rose! My punchline!
Rose is an assassin, not a thief. Come on.
What's the plan?
You'll have to go through Cambria Caverns, south of the Meadow of Triumph.
An underground passage, huh? No problem.
That's your thing, isn't it?
You bet it is.
Every time that Rose does like a facial expression, I'm just like, yes. I just love facial expressions in this game. At some points, they look great. Like, as stiff as the characters can be from time to time, the facial expressions, when they put focus on it, really good. And yeah, that was amazing. Gosh, it's not enough that Lila is like the resident pun maker and all that shit. But Rose has to help too? Come on. She's not even helping. She's stealing puns now. It's like Lila was building up to that point and she just swooped in and took it. Alright, so we gotta go to Cambria Caverns now. He said it was what?
Is it one of the Cardinal's guards?
Sorey, we have to trick the guard into thinking we're not here somehow.
We made it!
Think we lost the Cardinal with that?
I sure hope so.
Ugh, I ate too much today. My stomach's all achy.
Oh my, you shouldn't stuff yourself like that, Rose.
By the way, I was curious. Can Seraphim get upset stomachs or gain weight?
To say it in a fairy tale sort of way, your thoughts become reality.
What's that supposed to mean?
We won't gain weight from consuming calories, but we will from thinking, I'll gain weight if I eat this much.
Whoa! So does that mean you'll be okay as long as you don't think like that?
No. Denying the reality of things leads to malevolence. A seraph must not be detached from reality. So at the end of it all, you could say we're the same as humans.
This is so confusing.
Yeah, it's like Aqua and Terra being parents, except that Sorey and Rose in this case are the ones who kind of need the Seraph so that they don't kill themselves. And Sorey is almost like Sora levels of, what's the word? Nice. He's almost too nice. Like Sora. Okay, so that's where the Cambria Caverns were. They were blocked off. They should be open now, though. And Rose is the one who makes sure that Sorey's dressed in the morning, we'll just say, because, gosh dang, the dude needs all the help he can get. They swap me back to Sorey, as they tend to do in story situations.
That smell. Is it herbs?
It's the same thing that they do if it doesn't matter what your party is, which I think is also something pretty cool. But if you're in a cutscene and the characters are talking and it's like Sorey, Mikleo, Dezel, and Rose are saying stuff, and then like an enemy attacks them in the cutscene, you'll go into battle with that party. It won't swap you to your active party that you had like before you started that cutscene. It'll keep you with that cutscene party, which I actually think is pretty interesting. It's kind of cool. As opposed to other games where it's like it doesn't matter who's in the cutscene. When you go into fight, it's all about...
Strong, but we're no pushovers either.
Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so the cool thing about Rose, she actually has some arts taken from... She has more arts that are familiar to the,
It's around here, right? The caverns or whatever, I mean.
Cambria Caverns. He said they were south of the Meadow of Triumph.
She has some arts that are more familiar to people who play Tales games. I guess they split them up, but I feel like she has more than Sorey does. Like, this is all of Sorey's arts right now. And the only ones of these that are from other Tales games is Tiger Blade and Sword Rain. Of course. And then out of his actual hidden arts, there's Sonic Thrust. And that's it. So he has Sonic Thrust, Tiger Blade, and Sword Rain. Lion's Howl is a lot like Beast, but a Beast was a shoulder attack, whereas Lion's Howl is from the hand. And Rending Gale there is a move like that in another game, but it's called Rending Havoc, and it's a sword. It's an earth move, not a wind water move. And then there's Rose, who has. So Rose here has double Demon Fang, a very basic one, as we all know. Thousand Swords and Dagger Storm are basically like two new sword rains. They act the same way. And then for her hidden arts, she has, as you can see, Fang Blade and Lightning Tiger Blade, which are moves that Luke has in Tales of the Abyss. Fang Blade is Luke's first normal art, and then when he uses Fang Blade on a wind field of phonons, it becomes Lightning Tiger Blade. Classic. And then as for everybody else, this game has the least amount of arts from the rest of the Tales games. Like, everything they have here is new, with very few exceptions. And Sorey and Rose are like that, with the very few moves. Like, I'm looking at all their lists, all the moves they have here right now. None of these are from other games. Rock Trigger, is kind of like, or is it Rock Lance? It's Rock Lance, I think. It's like Stalagmite. It's just not called Stalagmite. It might as well be Stalagmite, though. All of this guy's stuff is new, Dazzle. So it's a really interesting. I mean, he has Splash, which actually is, and Freeze Lancer. But like, it's really interesting that a lot of the moves in this game are new, or at least if they're from other Tales games, I don't recognize them. There's very few moves in this game that I'm like, oh, that's this character. I don't think anyone has Tempest in this game. I don't think so, anyway. I wonder if the CPUs use the Armatized Mystic Arts. I don't think they do. They should, but they don't. I wish someone had Tempest. I like Tempest. I like spinning blade attack. It's a lot of fun.
Purification complete.
Yeah, the person, look, they moved out of the way, so now I can actually go down there. We're gonna go to Cambria Caverns. So we have to go there for the story, but we'll also be able to find that Seraph from the side quest. Which that side quest is its own thing. Get a Lord of the Land down here. Because we don't have one. Not yet, anyway. Ooh, we got a strawberry waffle. I'm more of a blueberry waffle kind of guy, but you know. It's small, but once you get inside, it's bigger, so be careful. Yeah. Here we are at dungeon time for real this time. I thought we would actually be doing the Shrine Church now. I forgot that we had to do this first.
Do you really think we can get through this way?
Don't worry.
You sound pretty confident. Is it just a hunch?
No. I can feel the wind.
There's nothing in the universe cooler than a secret passageway.
Especially one underground.
Totally! A maze of twisty little passages with exits galore to who knows where.
Like the back of a waterfall, or the bottom of an old abandoned well.
Yes! Nickleo gets it!
Glad someone gets it, because I don't.
I don't want to get it.
Boys just love things like this.
In this case, I don't know about boys so much as...
Children, right?
I think Nickleo and Sorey played a little too much Ocarina of Time. Oh, look how fun this looks, right? Oh my god, I hate it. So if we just go down the left side, we'll get to the end, which means we have to go this way. Because this is where the lake is that, oh, Ghost! Ghost!
Ready, Nickleo?
Armored centipedes take a low stance when they go for an attack.
Meaning we should attack when it takes that low position.
What a wishy-washy, wimpish wussy.
Quit it with the wordplay and just fight already.
It can call for help, so we should defeat it first.
Blade bang! Let's give it up! Flurry! Multiple currents!
Still more!
Dragon bang! Strike! Purification complete!
Sorey, look carefully at the ground.
Stop telling me what to do, Nickleo. I don't appreciate it. Oh no, not the ghost again!
Time for battle! Tiger Blade! It's time! Howling Blade! Full damage! Aqua Blade! Yeah! Tiger Blade! Earth Dragon Bang! Sonic Fury! Freezing Strike! Tiger Blade! Let's keep it up! Ready? Let's keep it up! Sonic Fury!
I can't believe there are so many Hellions out there.
Right, yeah, this part's blocked off. I thought so. If I remember correctly, the lake that the Seraph is at is also where there's another one of those unique monsters. Hurrah. That I definitely can't fight, not at this point anyway. But I can go around the long way. Or not. Son of a bitch.
It seems there's a treasure chest near us.
Isn't it great how they just threw us down here? How dare they?
Don't overdo it, bro.
Tiger Blade! Let's keep it up!
Breakthrough!
Drop the leg! Who's hitting Earth?
Vermilion Crescent!
Ocean Blast! Blue Blast! Ocean Blast! Elixir Protect!
Crimson Flame! May it burn your soul!
I was clearly the star of that battle.
It's easiest to notice the dimmer stars when they shine, they say.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Don't overdo it. Immediate armatization. Like, oh my gosh. The AI has a wonderful sense of humor. I was trying to do my Mystic Art that whole time, and for some reason it wasn't doing it. Instead, I was using my Banish Blast. And then eventually they're just like, well, if you're not going to use it, then I will. And then Rose did it, and she saved the day. Killed them all with a giant sword of fire. Nice. Swap over to the other peeps. Immediate armatization. And that sound that the ghosts make when they appear is kind of creepy.
My instincts tell me that there's treasures nearby.
I'm gonna be honest. I keep forgetting to say this because I know it might sound weird to some people, but like, oh my gosh, I can't stand it. The strap, Edna's strap on her clothes, the one that's like lower on her shoulder, it annoys me so much. It annoys me so much. I'm just like, oh, just fix it, Edna. She never does. Spoiler alert. And it just drives me insane. Oh, go eat, man. I'll still be here when you get back. I'm probably hoping to do another 4-hour stream just like yesterday. Not even halfway through yet, so. Made that work somehow. But yeah, go eat, dude. Eating sounds good. I'll probably do that myself at some point. I don't know when.
Sorey, look around you.
This is my life now. Listening to listening to Sorey freak out about everything. He's an excitable sort. Which way did we come from, anyway?
Is that a treasure chest?
I don't know, is it? Huh, right.
I need you, Dazzle.
Anyway, off my buddy went to go eat food. So, yeah. He may be gone, but we're gonna continue.
There might be something nearby.
Because we got a lot of ground to cover. So not only do we need to get across this dungeon and find the Seraph and continue that whole spiel, we also need to complete the town, the upcoming town, Gadadin, where we will actually be able to find the... Oh, no. We'll actually be able to find the Seraph there and get a Lord of the Land blessing. I actually don't know if we do that now or if we have to revisit the town later and do that. We can put a Seraph in Gadadin, we can put a Seraph in Lastenbell. I assume we can put a Seraph in Pendrago, I just don't remember which Seraph that is that we stick over there.
I sense treasure nearby.
I was about to say, I thought that just took us back to where we were already. Nope. For some reason, this whole setup, this area, and the music just reminds me of Donkey Kong Country of all things. I don't know. Thinking of the cave levels in that game. I knew this one was gonna fall. I wanted to use the other one, but the game wouldn't let me. Oh my gosh, we gotta do this again. I kind of want to mess with people's equipment, but I know that takes forever and it's kind of boring, so we could do that some other time. For now, I want to give out the herbs. When we get to Gadadin, I'll give out all the herbs that I have in the hand to certain people, make us stronger. That'll help. Until then, though. We're almost there. If we keep going, we'll find the Seraph, talk to her, and then we'll go on to not Lastenbell, Gadadin. We can worry about Lastenbell later. We'll have to come back through the cave later. Anyway.
Focus, guys. Ready?
Also, Gadadin is where we get Edna's skill, her field skill. And we can break the giant rocks in our way.
Purification complete.
It seems there's a treasure chest near us.
All head, Lord of Wind. Let's get him. Sorey.
And this is the part where I get quiet, because it's just a bunch of random encounters. Yay! Training, grinding. This will hopefully make future boss fights less irritating. Although it probably won't, because I know that the boss fight against the Cardinal really sucks.
Let's give it up. time, we go all the way.
Overdo it and you'll just exhaust yourself, Sorey.
All things in moderation, as they say.
I think the annoying thing is I think they want us, because I know the Seraphim isn't going to come back with us now. I think they want us to come back later, which means we have to go around the long way again, because I don't think there's a shortcut to take us back there. I could be wrong. I hope there is. To take us back here. They should give me more points for killing multiple enemies with a Mystic Art. Or maybe they do already, I don't know. They were all very close together. I just feel like this game has like the most sensitive characters of all in terms of like their stats, their strength, and all that. I mean, not their HP. Their HP is really low. I guess it's a little. I guess I don't know if it reminds you of Final Fantasy 9. Like also, wow, like our HP goes up a lot faster in Final Fantasy 9, but at the same time, I take a lot of damage in that game no matter what I do. So. There it is. It's one of those evil monsters that I don't want to fight right now.
Hey, isn't that the Earth in Historia?
Yes, it is. Another one that shows something. I don't know if I remember what this is.
Was the author of the Celestial Record a village chief? It looked like he was founding a village or something. Hey, Mikleo, I was wondering, you don't suppose he was a shepherd? If the shepherd was the one who wrote the Celestial Record, a lot of things start to make sense, and... Mikleo?
Oh, sorry. What did you just say?
Whoa, I've never seen you space out like that. You feeling okay?
Oh no, poor sick Leo.
Nice.
Not nice.
No, but seriously, you all right? Should we sit down for a bit?
I'm fine. I just got caught up in my thoughts. For some reason.
Oh, I know exactly why.
Quite surprising. A shepherd in an age like this.
I think you've surprised us.
My name is Sorey, and you are?
I am Syndra, Shepherd Sorey. Are you the Seraph of Lastenbell? I once was, yes.
can we ask you to give your blessing again? There's no seraph enshrined at the sanctuary in Lastenbell, and strange things are happening.
That's of no relation to blessings.
How can you be sure?
Because I have used the bells in the belfry as my vessel.
I see. So the sanctuary in Lastenbell is nothing more than a figurehead.
In any case, it is no longer my concern. I no longer have the capacity to understand humans. Please, leave me be. May we ask you what happened? I'm sorry.
We can't force her to talk.
But something's up. We should do some research.
You're right. Let's go ask people in Lastenbell. They may know something.
Not in the mood.
They're seriously gonna make us go the long way again to come back here when we need to talk to her again? Again?
We're survivors, no matter the odds.
Jeez, Edna's getting knocked out like every fight. How are you supposed to get any XP at this rate? What's the matter with you? Yeah, when people have a hard time surviving, that's when it's time to reset stats and weapons and shit. And equipment. Alright, I think that's all better. It'll take a little bit of time. Relatively speaking, when it comes to the word better, of course.
Well, ready? Strike! That's it! Hold your protection! Blade bang! Healing power! Sword ring! Yeah! Hold your protection! Shine here! Yeah! Tiger blade! Dragon bang! Sword ring! Yeah! Freezing strike! Smite the malevolent! Lord of water! Blue flurry!
This doesn't look good.
Blue flurry! Breakdown! Plasma kick! Let's get him! Blue flurry! Ocean flip! Let's get him! Azure song! Sweet dreams! Blue flurry! Lord of water! My bow is ahead! The vortex swallows you! We're in it! Hang on, everyone! Blue flurry! Hooray! I won't lose this time!
Gather and grant me protection.
Ready?
Earthborn!
Rising sand! Rock ringer!
Vermilion?
Not yet! Be gone! Iron Crown!
We're pretty much screwed.
Radiant heat! I won't lose this time! Blade bang! Dragon bang! Sword ring! Those are right! Tiger blade! It's over!
I need
What a
assistance.
formidable opponent!
Formidable maybe, but we won, so, you know. Yay us.
Sorey, I'm ready.
What a through! Be gone! Let's get him! Sword! Hang on, everyone! Rose, get back! Tiger blade! Right! Sword ring! Brazilian! Be gone! Blade back did it! Blade bang! Healing power! Blade bang! Dragon bang! It's over! I need a hand! It's over!
You sure work hard.
No, compared to what Sorey goes through, this is nothing.
Jeez, the sound. I still don't like it. Anyway. So we're done exploring this part. We talked to the Seraph. They decided to ignore us because they're dumb.
Is that an herb?
No. It's 2 herbs. Big difference. Tiny luminescent organisms.
Wow. Indeed. It's mesmerizing how the lake's surface sparkles.
Bioluminescence, do you think?
Dazzle?
Don't ask me. I can't see it.
So even you have some gaps in your animal knowledge.
I've heard of organisms too small to be seen that give off light in the dark. Maybe this is their habitat.
Whoa, thousands and thousands of tiny creatures.
But each one lives only a few days before winking out.
Only a few days? But they shine so bright.
Biodoom, in essence. Oh, that was inappropriate. I'm sorry.
Don't be. Better than ending on a sour note.
Oh, a left field success from Lila.
My first one, it feels like. I suppose it took going deep underground for Edna to finally... cave.
And I take it back.
The rare, sparkling Lila. Note its brief lifespan.
Even you, Dazzle? Aww.
Ah, the puns never cease. I just realized we passed the 2-hour mark, which means I need to not cut the stream, but like do the whole bye YouTube, hi YouTube thing. So yeah. Anyway, no, don't touch me. So that's the end for this part. But you know, if you're looking at the playlist or whatever, it'll continue on to the next one. We'll be at the end of the cave, and we'll go on to Lassenville. So, bye YouTube. See you next time.